Imagine you've waited so long to have a baby, and when you finally get one, then you lose it. That's so horrible. Hello, my name is Mr. Shalin, and welcome to my life as a first-time mommy who's trying to balance life being a mommy, being a wife who's working, and also studying. So if it's the first time here, welcome. But you need to check a few videos before this one where I was explaining how I struggled with PCOS for such a long time. So finally, we conquered it, and I got pregnant. I did an announcement to my husband, and we started enjoying our pregnancy. It's something that we had waited long for, but it just changed one day. So my first trimester wasn't so nice. A few 2 weeks after realizing that I was pregnant, I started feeling very sick. I would throw up. Like if I smell any food, I couldn't cook for 3 months. I couldn't cook for the first 3 months. So my husband was my personal chef during that time, and also sometimes I didn't want to be in a car that is speeding or harms potholes. I would feel something else in my tummy. And by the way, by the time I clocked 3 months, everyone around me, most people around me, could notice that I was pregnant. So my tummy was a bit big. But then I was wondering why it's so big. This is my first pregnancy, and already it's like, so what's happening? I didn't know. So it was quite a lot, but yeah, we just hanged in. When it was now getting almost better, I was starting also to cook and everything. Then one day, so basically, when we got pregnant, we didn't want to scan, because we were saying we don't want to, we were going to go for scan, yes, but we didn't want to know the gender of our child, because we wanted it to be, I don't know, we just wanted that feeling of now realizing that, oh, we have a boy, or oh, it's a girl. So we didn't want to know the gender of our child. So when now we could see the gender of our child, we had planned that we were going to give the doctor a pen to write and put in the envelope. Then later, when we are ready, then we can open it. That means we're not even buying any baby clothes. We had discussed that we were going to just buy at once. We'll find a day or a weekend that we'll just do all our shopping. Okay, cool. So one morning, I was sleeping. Now I was at 20 weeks. So I was sleeping one morning, and around 2 a.m. I woke up. I went to the bathroom. After the bathroom, when I was about to get onto the bed, I realized that there was water gushing out. So I had to woke my husband up. Told him there's water coming out. Oh, he was so like, oh. So he woke up. I remember taking a drying towel. I had to put a drying towel, and we had to take a picture of the water that was out. It was quite a lot. Then we rushed to the hospital. When we got to the hospital, I was put on scan, explained everything. First, I was referred to the maternity wards. When I got there, they said, no, we don't take people that are below 24 weeks. You can go back. So I went back into the waiting room, and I was called in. It was 2 a.m., so at least I got help earlier. So we got in, and they did a scan. They wanted to see, like, they put me on ultrasound because they wanted to see what exactly I'm saying, how much water I've lost, and how the baby is responding at that moment. So when I got to the scan, I was on the bed. My husband was and then the doctor is doing whatever that is doing. I'm checking on the scan. I'm seeing twins. And that moment, they were acting as if they are playing. Like this other one was coming to this one's face, and the other one was coming like as if they're touching each other. I was like, I looked at my husband like to see if he had noticed what I was seeing. He didn't. I was like, baby, twins. Yo, he stood up, checked on the scan, and we realized we were carrying twins. Oh my god. We were so happy. But at that moment, we couldn't see the gender. Okay, cool. And then the doctor then checked the water, and he said, but you still have enough water. So I don't know. But it's normal that sometimes the it's called the rupture of the membrane. It's normal that sometimes when the kids are playing or something, or when it's quite a lot, you can leak a bit and then it will heal itself and close again. So it can be normal. But deep down, I was not settled because the water that it came out, I think, even it was quite a lot, to be honest. Okay, since I got the assurance, they gave me pills and an injection. Then when we got home, we realized the nurse that gave me medication he had given me medication with penicillin, of which I am allergic to penicillin. I was like, what's happening? Why don't nurses check like books, what is written on the book? Because it was literally written on top of the book. But anyway, it is what it is. So I got home, continued with the medication, continued with my life. But I was not settled. So the next day, I told my husband I need to go to a doctor. So there's a local doctor just right. I'm actually looking at his surgery. So we decided, let me go to the doctor. We went to the doctor, explained everything. He said the same thing. No, it's okay. It's called the rupture of the membrane. It's normal. He put me on scan. My babies were fine. And again, twins. He said, no, it's fine. He gave me medication. It's normal. He explained the same thing. But I was not settled. Then we continued with the medication for a week. So one morning now, after that week, we decided to go to our creche. So it is in another location. So we had to wake up very early to go there because in the afternoon I had to come back and go to work. So I remember waking up, I had this sharp side pain. But I didn't know. So I thought maybe I slept in the wrong posture or something. I don't know. And now we were happy that twins. So the day before, we had seen someone who was selling cassettes, twin cassettes. So we arranged with the person that the time that we were going to go to our creche, that's when we were passing by to pick up the cassettes, pay for the cassettes and pick them up. So we did on our way to the creche. We had our cassettes that were beautiful, and we went to creche. But I remember when I got to creche, I was still having that sharp pain. In Shona, we call them mabile, right? It was not stabbing and going, but it was just a sharp that was just there. When I got to creche, I remember talking to the teachers. I was bending over because I was in pain, and they asked me, "Are you okay?" I'm like, I have this sharp pain. Or that fine. Then we got back. When we got back, we got to work around 2:00. So I had to have a short brief with my colleagues and stuff. And I remember talking to them. Now I was kneeling on the chair. I was like, guys, I'm not feeling well. I don't know. Fine. My husband had gone now to leave the other kids that he had in the car and to go home. So after a short briefing, I then went into the bathroom so that I can just sit at once and do whatever that I wanted to do. And when I went to the bathroom, I saw blood clots. Actually, I saw blood on my pant liner, and that changed everything. So I quickly, and remember, I have to I have to remain as calm as I can because I'm around kids. I'm at work. I had to quickly go back to my room, take my phone, called my husband really quickly. Can you please come back? I need to go to the hospital. So he came back. Luckily, it's just close by. He came back. He was like, "What's happening?" I'm like, "I went to the bathroom. I saw some blood stains, and when you're pregnant, that must not happen." Sorry, I remembered that when I think I'm not sure how many weeks I was. I once saw some blood, and it was explained to me that it's implantation of what. And in the Shona culture, they say kuganura. I don't even know what that means. So now, when I saw this one, I was like, no, I can't keep on doing the same. So that was around past 2-3. So we quickly rushed to the hospital. We got there. You won't believe the treatment that I got at the hospital. Hi. The treatment that I got at the hospital, it was something else. So now, like I told you, I used to struggle a lot with potholes and humps. So when I realized I was carrying twins, now I was now thinking maybe it's because this one was, so they were not sharing the same, what do you call it? I don't know. So I was now thinking when there's a hump, there are two, if it's like jelly, what jelly does. So I was thinking maybe that's why I didn't like humps. And also the crazy thing about my pregnancy was today I would like sweet stuff. The next day I no longer like what I liked yesterday. I'm now going for sour stuff. So yeah, I before I didn't understand why the confusion was about, but now at this point I now knew that I was carrying twins. So yeah, so I think let me end it here and come back with part 2 of now how I then lost my babies and the bad treatment that I got from the hospital. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.